Just Pearly things. Pearl Davis, you probably know her, or at least have seen some of her content online. And you know what? I've said this multiple times, maybe over on Twitter and maybe in one of the videos. I don't know if I've specifically done anything on her. I'm not really one for the fresh and fit copycats. I just rather stick to what Myron specifically is doing because I'm a guy who likes to go to the source. I don't want to have second or third hand information. And Pearl, I've watched some of her stuff before when she's had on people that I find interesting, like MLD, and she had the big exclusive final Andrew Tate panel podcast before he got thrown in Romanian jail at the end of 2022. And I think she does, of the copycats that are out there, pretty decent job. But you know where she's making her bones is specifically on Twitter, where she is enraging the world. She owned the platform for a very, very long time throughout the summer into the fall, and now where we're at right now, her Twitter is popping. Very few people can touch her on that, and well, that's probably pissed off quite a few people that are out there, and for whatever reason, and probably for, I legitimately don't know, because when I've watched her content, okay, it's pretty fucking vanilla. It's about as pale and pasty as she is. She softens all of Myron's talking points. Not as bad as the Whatever podcast. That is fucking abysmal. Holy shit, man. We tried to do a watch along on that, I think it was, MLD and Derpsteny were having a fucking debate, and it was like, that was painful. I think we only lasted like an hour, and that dude's a fucking grifter for sure. But we'll have to see right here, you know, where does Pearl line up? Because I'm not going to call her a grifter. I think that she's actually down for the cause. But with her being demonetized, like Fresh and Fit were earlier this year, okay, is she going to keep 10 toes down on this one, or is she just going to dry up and go somewhere else? And this is absolutely frightening. As somebody who is in a similar line of work, I don't quite do the exact same type of content, but we talk about the same sort of things. Getting demonetized like that with no warning, no explanation, and no strikes, no warnings or anything like that, that's a fucking problem, man. And while you could go ahead and try to perform some mental gymnastics in order to justify the demonetization of Fresh and Fit, Pearl, on the other hand, none of it really makes sense at all whatsoever, okay? I truly 1000% hope she gets her monetization back, because I can firmly attest, when you do not have monetization on a video, your reach is significantly handicapped. I've been fortunate enough this month so far to have a staggering amount of my videos be reviewed in a timely fashion by the monetization people. And they've been approved. So my reach, my views, and my income has gone, precipitously up from previous months. Like, okay, November is on track to being my most profitable month since the heights of the Eliza Blue stuff back in February and March. Like, it's absolutely wild. And that's all you have when you just simply allow people to be monetized. And that's not my driving factor on this. Christ almighty, I've made a fucking pittance for the amount of hours that I put into this stuff because I'm down for the cause. I fucking believe in the stuff that I talk about with all my heart and soul. So when I see somebody who is doing something similar also get yeeted by the big tech gods for simply doing something they fucking believe in, not breaking any laws, not even breaking YouTube's rules, immediately get snatched up like that, it's fucking despicable, man. And I will go ahead and yell that from the rooftops as often as possible. And I would encourage you guys to do that as well. For Pearl, for Fresh and Fit, for anybody who's going to get demonetized in this upcoming wave. Because as we're seeing and fucking bounding into comments, fix your goddamn website, we're seeing Twitter being used to go after YouTube. Follow me on this one. Nerdrotic, Yellow Flash, Critical Drinker, and Jesse Grant. I know 3 of those 4 people. The Jesse Grant guy, I might have seen your content before. I just don't know who you are. Sorry. But Nerdrotic, I watch on a regular basis. Critical Drinker, I think that he's the best at what he does. Yellow Flash, targeted by censorship police for opinions about the Marvels. YouTube appears to encourage reporting. What the fuck are we talking about right here? Guys, these are the issues, okay? And I understand that Pearl talks about things that are completely different than the Drinker and Gary are going to be talking about. But in the grand scheme of things, if you take a step back a little bit, you get the 30,000 foot view on this stuff. It's not too dissimilar, man. This is anti-establishment content, and if, YouTube is out there tacitly cheering on the crazy people, I mean, we're heading down a dangerous path, guys. Numerous YouTubers, including Nerdrotic, Yellowflash, Critical Drinker, Jesse Grant, were targeted by social media users wanting them to remove the YouTube algorithm and describing their opinions about the Marvels as hateful videos. Yeah, Nerdrotic's review of the Marvels right now, he's got a banger of a thumbnail, I'll be completely honest. It's got over 1 million views. I'd imagine the Drinkers is probably over 1 million. I know the Yellow Flash is probably just hemorrhaged out dozens of videos on the topic. And Jesse Grant, like I said, I'm just not familiar with your content at all whatsoever. Nothing against the guy, I just don't know. It's just never been suggested to me, I don't think, at least. X-user, some fucking weirdo, okay, let's go ahead and say that, posted a social media platform. When I search about the Marvels on YouTube, why are these 2 of the top 10 results? YouTube algorithm is pushing these hateful videos. I'm fucking sure, okay? Because there you see, Gary's thumbnail on that one. A fucking banger, man. Absolutely classic. The Drinker, he's got like 1.5 million subs. He could literally put the logo of the film and he'd get over 1 million views. Like, he's that guy, okay? And then, yeah, you got Yellow Flash, and then you got, I even forgot the guy's name. I'm sorry. I just don't know who the fuck you are. But, okay. Those are the 4, apparently, okay? We're going off of the word of somebody who has pronouns in his fucking bio and a flag there as well. Unironically standing with, 2 of the most corrupt unions in all of the fucking world. Okay, so we know where this guy's brain power is being put at. So, YouTube deciding to pick up this relatively small post right there. So, yeah, he tags the official YouTube account. Christ almighty. I've tried to petition YouTube several times for the stupid strikes that I've ended up taking and eaten, and I can't even get their fucking attention. He got a reaction from Team YouTube, and he tagged the YouTube account. What the fuck, man? YouTube responded to the complaint, writing, "You can remove recommended videos on your homepage by selecting not interested in content you don't like. This will influence how YouTube suggests videos to you in the future. Check out these tips to manage, recommendations and all that shit." Now, that's totally fine. But then at the end of that, it says that it's 1 of 2. Now, not interested, like, you can just go ahead and do that. It's got the 3 little buttons or the 3 little dots that are on the side. You can either have, I don't want to see this channel anymore, something like that. No more of these videos, not interested in that shit or anything like that. I do that to curate my own feed, okay? And I'd recommend that you guys also do that as well, so that your viewing experience is, curtailed to your actual wants and desires that are out there. Go ahead and use them. The tools actually work. It's one of those few things that YouTube does that does, in fact, actually work. But like I said, and there's a second part to this, and it's very, very, very unsettling. Then they seemingly encourage the users to report the video. Also, we definitely want our community to help flag inappropriate content. You are already taking this at face value that these are hateful videos. They're reviews of a shit movie, okay? An offensively bad movie. The only thing hateful is the detestation of the regular Marvel audience, thinking that they know better than you by just sticking a fucking woman in it, making it lame, and making them gay. Thinking that somehow is worthy to uphold. Guys, man, we've seen this shit take place time and time again. It's just, I didn't realize that the amount of institutional power wielded by this a flop of a fucking film was going to be so strong for this abomination. So yes, flag inappropriate content to ensure YouTube is a safe place for everyone. If you come across something that violates YouTube's policies, or even if it doesn't, right? Because I can just talk about my most recent strike on the platform, how it was taken down for hate speech or something like that, and then I had it reviewed, and then, yeah, it was put back up. And then 30 minutes later, it was taken down for hate speech once again at the exact same point that was approved. And then, no, it ended up getting declined on that one. So somebody flagged it because, it probably had something to do with the person I was talking about, Ben Shapiro, and the topic that I was discussing, Israeli war crimes. So you see shit like that, and then you also have a team YouTube, probably just somebody doing their fucking job, just putting out all the tools necessary so you can go ahead and curtail your experience. Oh, but if you see anything that's bad, make sure that you flag it, make sure that you mass report it so you can get those hateful bigots off the platform, because I would imagine somebody who's got a fucking profile like that, okay, this is obviously a fucking Stan account, for Christ's sakes, like, you got a Captain Marvel profile picture, my guy, you got pronouns in your fucking bio, you got a bunch of emojis there as well, you're using the Marvels hashtag, you are there to make sure that this film It's not going to succeed because you probably didn't even go and watch it, or at least pay money to go watch it. You've probably seen it, but didn't put your money where your mouth is. You have a vested interest in making sure that the big company succeeds on this one. Why? Don't fucking know. You probably don't have any discernible character attributes for yourself, so you just got to feel empowered by taking down people that are far more successful than you. Because Gary's exceptionally talented. The Drinker, exceptionally talented. The bottom two, just can't speak to. Sorry, I don't know your content, buddy. Maybe I should go ahead and familiarize myself with Jesse Grant. Okay, my mistake. I'm sorry. Then, seemingly capitulating even further to other weirdos, YouTube would also respond to a number of other users in the replies. What the fuck ever? Okay, some goofy ass shit cretin wrote, well, can you please tell us why you recommend grifters on my feed every time? Channels that I don't even watch at all spewing the same hate violence griff every day. Hate violence? Violent? Hate? Nah, man, they're just giving accurate representations of how dogshit modern media is. If you think that that's violence, fucking sign up for the military, you weirdo. YouTube replied, sorry about that. If you haven't yet, you can remove recommended content. Again, just, that same boilerplate response. You can go ahead and, not recommend any of that stuff. But that's not enough for these people, man. They want to see people that are more successful to them literally dragging up months-old content, okay? There's literally a video that has racist language. Yeah, let's talk about Blue Beetle. It's an unabashed parody of a Latino or Latinx family culture that was at such a point of hyperbole. It was practically parody in and of itself, and they said, yeah, let's talk about Blue Beetle. It was one of the clips that came out. It's a fucking funny ass title. It's racist? The fuck are you talking about, man? And then YouTube, yeah, I'm sure it's been reported, but y'all do nothing about it, YouTube. When a video is reported, it won't be automatically taken down. Note, once we've confirmed that it's violating our guidelines, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, if we just get more traction on that, we'll go ahead and have that taken down. We'll act on it. Also, if you've already flagged the video, you can share its URL so we can pass it along for another review. Yeah, they follow through on that gladly. It's offensive for many reasons. I can't believe it's still up. I just hate to give these people exposure and more clicks. I'm sure that fucking clip, okay, I remember watching that live stream as well, that the clip came from. Yeah, 'cause it has, Mahler. It was from Friday Night Tights, right? They're talking about how fucking dog shit that film is. Another thing that catastrophically bombed. It just barely made $100 million. Only half as successful as the Marvels will be in its full cinematic run. But really appreciate you reporting this, YouTube says, with the official tool. We'll also bump this up in the policy team. We take reports like this very seriously. And the team works hard to action a violative content when made aware. We'll take it from here. I would actually like to know if that's still up. Oh, good. Okay, it is still up, thank Christ. Oh, but of course, the first thing that you end up getting, okay, because you can see my, search term that's right up there. Let's talk about. Then you got that fucking piece of shit, that bad faith motherfucker, and the pillar of garbage. Yo, man. EFAP, like I said, I shout them out whenever I have an opportunity to, because I think that it's probably the best podcast that's out there on a recurring basis. Take down that disingenuous hack's attempt to go ahead and. It's so funny because also in that breakdown as well, I try to go out of my way not to consume any of this hateful content from the likes of the Drinker, and then you go directly after Gary, who I'm sure, 45-minute recitation of that shit. Yo, man, these guys, those guys who are more likely to go ahead and say anybody over on the, the other side of the aisle, they're all reactionaries. Literally, that's all that fucking fruit does. But it is what it is, man. Go ahead and get your bag off of that, even though you can't even get, half of the views that the clip from the live stream ends up pulling. But as you can see in the middle there, it's such a racist and offensive term that somebody has a channel named after it, something to talk about. Yeah, sometimes movies just suck. Sometimes the public at large needs to know that these fucking movies suck. But the establishment, the media, the people that are in charge, the narrative pushers at large, don't want you to know that. They want you to just be happy and content in your little pod, eating the bugs, and not having to think too hard for yourself. Happening with Pearl. They're trying to do it to entertainment channels. And do you think they're going to stop there? Do you think it's going to tone down heading into an election year? Yeah, I didn't think so either. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.